it's Liz Yule from Old Stables Crafts again. Thank you for joining me. I have got a bit of a double project for you today and quite a lot of technique. So this is using the High Tide stamp set, which is from the Spring Summer catalogue. I have posted a video on this previously. I used this stamp set for a team swap earlier in the year, and I haven't really looked at it since. But then I saw, and I honestly cannot remember where I saw it and who it was who did it, but I think it was a YouTube video, but I didn't actually watch the video, I just saw the picture of someone who had used them in sepia colours. So I thought I would get it out again and have a look. And I'm actually using the notelets. I think these get overlooked. So these are the note cards and envelopes. You get 20 in a pack, and that's 20 cards and 20 envelopes, and they come in crumb cake or whisper white. But because I'm going for sepia, I'm obviously going to use the crumb cake. They are cute little size. They are 5 by 3.5, but they are perfect just for a little thank you note or just a small note. You know, I've got no real reason to send you a note, but I want to. Colours, because we're using sepia, I'm going to use Sahara Sand, Crumb Cake, Soft Suede and Chocolate Chip. Chocolate Chip is not a colour I generally use, and there's an odd reason for that. I cannot eat chocolate. Chocolate makes me incredibly unwell. So anything that has the word chocolate in it, I tend to avoid. And there are moments when one just has to be grown up about these things and just embrace the fact that it's only a name. So today is that day. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to start by looking at the lighthouse. I have cut some mats that are 1/4 inch smaller round the side. So they are cut at 4 3/4 and 3 1/4, roughly. And I will have those dimensions. Yeah, I'll put the dimensions on my blog post as ever, and the link to that blog post is down there. So these are 2-step stamps, but single layer. There's going to be quite a lot of cleaning of stamps along the way because I do have more than one set of blocks, but only 2 sets of blocks. So I'm going to do this in a kind of odd order, because this is how I have worked out it is easiest to do. So I'm going to start with the lighthouse. I think I already said that. I will say it again. And I'm going to take the soft suede and I'm going to stamp. I'm going to do it sideways because it's just easier. I'm going to stamp the far side, what I think of as the far side of the lighthouse. So this is the bit that has the shadow. And the reason for this is that because this is my darkest colour, it means that I have a better chance of seeing everything else, or seeing it through everything else. So that was soft suede. I'm now going to bring in the solid stamp and crumb cake. And again, I'm going to ink that up fully. I should probably actually be doing this on a mat. I'm certainly going to need it later because I'm going to be stamping off the edge, so I'm going to need a bit of protection. That actually is stamped remarkably well. I do have a full pad, or pretty full pad of grid paper here, so it does help. Right, okay, so let's see how well I can get this to line up. Bearing in mind, I can't stand directly over this because the camera's in the way. Yay! You could, of course, use your Stamp-A-Majig, which is really what it's there for. However, I'm going to be using my Stamp-A-Majig for something else. So, you know, let's not be the same as everybody else. Right, Sahara Sand next. And I am going to use that for the sand. And I'm actually going to stamp off because I don't want it at full strength. So stamp off most of it and then line that up so that I can see where the lighthouse is. And there we are, so that's our sand. And hopefully you can now see why I am building it this way round, because we're getting lighter and lighter, so it is just that little bit easier to see where everything else, where everything is. This is the ray of light, and again I'm going to stamp that off and then have that coming out here. So that's that. Then I just need to close that up for a moment. I need to bring out the soft suede again and the birds and ink those up, and then I'm going to have those flying off the side, and then I do need that again because I'm going to need that for the next card. And then I've already got, she says, yes, set up the let hope be your lighthouse beckoning you through stormy seas. I accept we don't have a sea, but you know, it's only a small card. There are limits to what I can squeeze in. And this I'm using in the chocolate chip. I'm being brave. So that's that. I will pop that to one side and then we can make them up as a pair later. So let's now bring in another piece of card and we're going to make this one. Now I'm going to, because I've got the chocolate chip out already, I'm going to start by putting the sentiment down for no other reason than I have the chocolate chip out ready. So you have the most amazing ability to take an ordinary moment and make it shine. So let's pop that up there. That's then done, and I don't need the chocolate chip again. I'm then going to bring in the C, which I am going to stamp in full strength. No, not crumb cake. Yes, crumb cake. If I had a brain, there are moments when I really would be dangerous. Now, I think there's an right way up and a wrong way up with this, but hey, I think the right way up is to have the solid line at the bottom, but that's just me. What I do know is that it lines up. So you can actually do continual stamping. So that's that. Now I need the sand again, and I don't need the crumb cake anymore. So Sahara sand for the sand seems fair. Again, ink this up, and I'm just going to stamp it across the bottom. And I'm not too worried that it's kind of a bit all over the place because it's sand. Oh, and I've lost a stamp. No, I haven't, it's blocked up. And then I'm just going to put my little hillock there. And then bring in my, what are they, curlews? No, they're not curlews. Not sure. Anyway, these soft suede, and then we're going to pop those just there. And then, and this is the trick. So I'm bringing in, this is the image sheet from my Stampin' So I'm going to ink these up again. Now, this is the slick side. There are two sides. There's a rough side and a slick side. I'm using the slick side, and because it's slick, I need to be quite careful when I stamp because it will move. But I'm going to, and indeed it has, pop that down and then turn it over, line up the little legs, and then press it down. And then, as if by magic, we have, just wipe that off with a wet wipe, we have a reflection. So you can use window sheet for that. You do have to be quick. I probably needed to be a little bit quicker, but when I'm trying to shoot a video as well, that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. So let us bring in 2 more cards. Grab a bone folder. Turn them over. Some snail, which hopefully is not going to run out. But it is getting to the point where it might. Ooh. You can stick yours straight. I'm going for the wonky look, apparently. And there we go. So there we are, a little set of notelets. There are, as I say, there are envelopes to go with. I've only got one out at the moment, and of course you could stamp on those as well. In fact, why not? Why don't we? Let me find my birds, because I think that would be quite cute. Get the birds, get the soft suede. These are the flying birds. And then we can pop, get the card, in fact I might put it on the back. We can have them, ooh, nothing quite like planning, is there? There we are. Yeah, like that. Just dresses up the envelope a bit, and because it's on the back, hopefully the post office won't mind. So there we are, and I think as a set, you could actually gift those, particularly with stamping on the back of the envelope as well. I think that would make quite a nice little gift. You could maybe do up half a dozen and make a little box. In fact, I may do half a dozen and make up a little box in one of my later videos. Who knows? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you need any of the supplies to make this, please pop over to my online store. There's a link to that directly below. There's also a link to joining my team if you are inspired so to do. We are about to have the new annual catalogue, and if you were to join now, this is kind of early-ish April. This is actually March in my time, but it's early-ish April. If you were to join now, you would be able to pre-order, once you joined, you'd be able to pre-order from the annual catalogue at a discount. So that's, you know, thumbs up for that. If you just want to shop, that's brilliant. As I say, there's a link below. There's also the associated blog post below where I will have all the supplies that I've used listed. If you are ordering and you're spending more than £25, please use the hostess code, which for April is November Delta Sierra 4 Mike 7 Golf 2, and that will be on the blog post as well. And if you use that code, you get extra goodies. You become a VIP rewards member, which gets you extra goodies, and free projects and stuff like that that are exclusive to VIP members. If you're spending £150 or more, don't use the hostess code because you get your own hostess rewards, but I'll give you membership to the club anyway. So yeah, there we are. I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe. It's my face, which will be over there in a minute, if it's not there already. And I will see you again soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.